and welcome to Schoolhouse Yoga Retreat YouTube channel. Today we're going to work with a very popular yoga pose, side plank, VASISTHASANA. Vasistha means wealthy, and what this posture is about is the abundance of finding power and strength within yourself. So this is a strong pose physically, and since we've been recently focusing on people that might be beginners and people that might be baby boomer beginners, I am going to show you different aspects of this pose. So really anyone can do this. I have taught classes where people in their 70s are just starting this posture and they do it starting on all fours. So that's what we're going to do, like Shilpi, who's on all fours. Come on. We're going to be on all fours and we're going to start with our fingers spread wide. So anytime that you're putting weight on your wrists, very important that you have starfish hands or little bird hands. And for this posture, once we get to the full, as they say, expression of the pose, some people with wrist issues like to go here. But just know if you want to strengthen your wrists, you can spread your fingers and pull up on the arm muscles. So yoga's like life. There's a push, there's a pull, right? There's a cloudy day, there's a sunny day, there's a sad day, there's a happy day. So it's not just pushing down into the earth, it's pulling away, and that will help strengthen the wrist. So always learning little more tidbits instead of thinking, oh, that might strain my wrist. That's a little tidbit. Okay, here we go, back on all fours. Now, this is the beginning way to do this. You spread your fingers wide, your elbow is locked in strongly. You take the knee in line with the wrist and the foot in line with the knee. For some people, this is enough. Get it lined up there because this is already putting a lot of weight on my arm. You can see my little deltoid muscle there working. And then I'm going to reach my arm straight up. And then I'm going to rotate my right rib cage under, my left rib cage up. And then if I can balance here, I will take my left foot off the floor. Right? That might be too much. Maybe I'm not ready, but here I have my kickstand of my right foot. So you might be able to do that. The next level for this, you're going to take your left foot straight. I'll show you that. And your right foot behind you, because this is actually a heart opener. And just like our animals open our heart, this is a heart opener. So here I am, as much as I can, opening up my chest with this back foot supporting me. Now, some people can actually have the foot more on the floor like that because they have a more flexible ankle, but a lot of people stack their feet, or this is easier, take that foot behind or in front as you graduate into this position where the hip is lifted up, the tailbone tucked under. Now, why do I have this orange mat today? Because the wall is our friend and props are amazing. So in Iyengar yoga, which is one of my favorites and I think helps us doing yoga for the entirety of our life. And Mr. Iyengar did his yoga into his 90s with major back bends, and he was just an amazing inspiration and master yogi. And he developed the use of props. So here the wall is our prop, okay? And again, if you feel that you have wrist issues, you could do this on your forearm. A lot of people do. I don't, but you could, right? So there it is. Now let's see why the wall is useful. The wall is useful because it gives support. And it's just amazing how much easier this is with the wall if you're going to go to the full strong pose, because it is a very strong pose. So you're going to take your right foot on the wall. And usually when I'm showing these, I don't show both sides for the purposes of time. Right? And by the way, this is my full bone on bone shoulder. So just to inspire you to know that don't stop just because you have a diagnosis. Work around the diagnosis. You don't want to make it worse, the situation, but you can do things like make the muscles around the joint stronger so that you're still able to do some of the things I'm demonstrating. Of course, if you're just starting, of course, don't jump in, but also reach out to me. I might be able to give you some advice to help you with this. It's a process. So here I go. My right foot is on the wall. And because I have that right foot on the wall, this is taking some of the pressure off of my right arm. And it's just so much easier. It's not easy, but it's easier. And I look up and I reach my fingers up. And ideally, my arms are in line with each other. This posture often starts from the full plank, which you're seeing half of my full plank here. You could also start this on the wall from downward facing dog and move from there. And then you could also do it from here, starting in your plank position and coming over, which is often how it's taught in classes, but these are just poses piece by piece, right? So notice I'm lifting my hips up, I'm opening my chest up, my left chest as much as I can, my right chest under, and breathing through the nose. That is yoga breath, and that will give us the strength that is required for this positive, powerful, positive pose. So thank you very much for joining. I hope this instruction was useful. If there's anything else that you would like to learn and that I might be able to help you with, please give me a shout out either through info@sewallhouse.com. And that's the yoga retreat in Maine, or just a comment or reply on the YouTube channel. And if this is useful, share it with your family and friends. Really appreciate it. Have a fabulous day. Namaste. Om Shanti. Sat Nam.